My name's Gosha and I'm from Fine Art Photography. We were doing Cessnic and the idea behind ours was sort of focusing on the way that over time Cessnic has been built up in layers, just on top of itself, and we were trying to build it up to something that becomes something beautiful again and something sustainable again. It helped me practice my journal, so that was good because I find that difficult as a photographer, so yeah, definitely something like that.
Aaron Hiley from Group 10A, and I'm working with Susan and another group mates, and they're not here.
And I'm Susan Torrance, and I've been working with Aaron and the others, and I'm doing painting and printmaking. What are you doing?
I'm doing International Foundation. Yeah.
Ibrox was our station, which included the graving docks at the side of the Clyde. So a lot of our research was, what use could we make of these docks? So we imagined, didn't we, 100 years from now,
the future,
yeah. And the people of Ibrox and Govan needing something inspirational to replace what was there and bring shipbuilding back to the Clyde. But it was space shipbuilding rather than other shipbuilding. So what we decided was that we would do a model of a space elevator. And what a space elevator is a 12.5-mile long elevator, for want of a better word. And we were going to use the power of the Clyde water to pump vehicles up to the space station so people could then go to...
Yeah, clever. Yeah, I'm just saying clever.
Yeah, but to go to Mars and the Moon and the solar system.
This is my first time to do group work, and I just improved my English skills and every skills from this project, and I learned from this that is how to work with people and how to share ideas with people, how to just share. I don't know how to say.
My name's Nina Candido and I'm from Silversmithing and Jewellery.
And my name is Fabio Paiva and I'm from Interaction Design.
Our location was Hill Head, and our concept is kind of looking into phone booths and creating a prototype of the phone booth of the future. We used a kind of traditional phone because we believe that in 100 years' time people will still like the ritual of picking up a phone and speaking into it. And then we also have this defibrillator section. However, when you open it up, I don't know if you can see it, but it's all destroyed inside, and that's kind of to represent the idea that even though this technology looks really good, it claims to have all these functions, a lot of the time it will break down or become vandalised.
Seems partly recorded so it's not a 2-week project like this.
It was amazing. I would love to repeat this project next year for second years. I really like cooperating with other departments. I think overall we can add different things. Everyone has different skills.
It made it a lot easier to get to our final outcome because we've got painters, architects, interaction design. So it was a really good mix of people. So we were able to complete something that had all these different elements.
My name is Eun-Young Zhang, and my major is International Foundation course.
My name is Ting-Yu Oh-Yang. It's from Architecture Year 1.
Yeah, I'm Eunice, and I'm from Painting, Printmaking, Fine Art.
We are working at the Kelvin Bridge station, and our project is about teleport station.
Yeah, teleportation, and there's a story of in 100 years that everybody teleports from places to place, but a girl went missing in this teleportation station, so it's we made it like a crime investigation board full of evidence, and it's kind of like a conspiracy theory, like where does she go? And then like the public is like really interested in this case, and it's kind of like a detective's desk. Like we have a model and some like a cup of coffee
and
on it,
chips as
and
well.
and the board that he's just kind of trying to figure out what happened.
Just recover the whole scene of
Yeah.
how a detective works
Yeah.
on his own.
Well, yeah.
And, yeah. I'm doing the planning and the designing of the model, of the teleportation model. And so for our silvery teammates, Silver Smith teammates,
And jewelry.
yeah, she's doing the chip that
Yeah.
everyone will
So-
have it in our body.
Yeah.
For,
So she made a little kind of like
it's
a
very cool.
chip. It's quite cool. And I kind of just wrote the story, so kind of like a general creative consultant kind of person. Also designed the board and stuff.
Yeah, and product design student made us some light.
I'm Maya Robinson and I'm an architect.
I'm Holly Cavalier and I'm also in architecture. We got Govern as our area, and we've created a zine that celebrates the future of Govern in the next 100 years with an arts and culture focus. And we took sort of each individual approach to a smaller part of that area, so the subway and the car park and the riverfront, and then we each responded using our personal approaches, jewellery and architecture. We made sketches and then we put it all into the zine.
I thought it was a great experience. It was really good getting to know other people and know what.
Yeah, no, I thought it was great. Like I thought we got on really well as a group.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm William from architecture. So we were working on Canning Park, the name of the station, and then extending the previous festival park into a much bigger zone. 100 years into the future, so building our own hills and changing the topography so that people can have new contact with the wildlife. In general, I would say it was a lot of fun. We don't often have that opportunity to work together like that. I enjoyed the experience, and it was worth it. Definitely, I learned a lot from making this model. The techniques we used, including wrapping up tissue paper and painting it to make tree-like forms. Well, that's probably something I'm going to use again in architecture for making models, maybe.
My name is Ailey Young and I'm from product design.
My name's Olivia and I'm from architecture.
And I'm Kestrel and I'm from the IFP program. So we had the West Street station, which is sort of in the middle of nowhere. It's a ruined industrial area, and there's pretty much no housing in that space. So we really wanted to focus on doing a sustainable housing development. It's primarily aimed at low and no income families and is meant to be an entirely self-contained system. So it generates its own energy, it recycles its own water, and there's space for agricultural practice as well.
One of the biggest things we focused on was bringing community back to our design, and that was one of the main things behind our design of the shape, and the kind of whole focus of it was to bring community back, the community gardening, growing your own food, and this idea of like self-reliance and how the community can kind of develop itself and doesn't have to rely on government schemes and benefit systems.
We thought it would be especially valuable for those low-income families to have authority over their quality of life.
We just wanted something more organic and whole as a design, and we thought about extending it as a bigger complex, and the same design, but the people that would live there would spend time in building this complex together, so it's more of a social and community thing. So it was nice to see everyone take on different tasks and how they approach the challenge, and it really helped build up our design process, and that's how we got, I think, quite a successful design at the end, because I feel like we were really ambitious in what we wanted to do.
I think for a lot of us this is practice for how we'll be working as designers.
Yeah.
So it's nice to see what the best ways to utilize individual skill sets are.
and how to make those work as a group.
I'm Neve and I'm from Silversmith and Jewellery Design.
I'm Tobias and I study architecture.
Skylar and I'm in product design. We're in St. Enoch Station.
Yeah? We thought it would be really fun to make this really theatrical piece of work where the project was not grounded in any particular individual course, but was more of like a piece of literature that we could all contribute in a balanced way to. So the final piece is this like very large-scale piece of set design in a way, and a very small pamphlet.
I've used like loads of machines that I haven't even like used before. So we did the laser cut. I've been to the architecture building, which I would never have been in like any other time. Yeah, so.
Oh, I don't think the order matters. I think it's just because we're B, and I'm pretty sure these guys are like C. Or...
So how was it collaborating with people from other departments?
Oh, it was so much fun.
It was fun, wasn't it?
It was great. We had such a good time. Yeah.
No, we did.
We had a really good time.
I'm Ellie, and I'm from painting and printmaking.
I'm Cindy, I'm from Interaction Design.
I am Regina, I am from International Foundation Program.
We were SESNOC, and we were asked by our tutor to focus on Walmer Crescent, which is the tenement block that's above that subway station. And we basically ran with the idea that because it's a conservation site, it would end up being left behind as everything else moved on around it, and how the council controls that development, and how we could show that through controlling how you would see our model of that tenement block through peepholes.
You have everyone from different departments as well, so you get a little bit of everything, and all of us help each other and we contribute a lot, and we're pretty communication. It's the first thing you need with your team as well, but you actually have fun at the end. You don't want it to be finished, so
it was really nice to have different skills to what I would usually work with. If I'd have done this alone, it would look very different to if I'd have done it as a group, because I have no video skills whatsoever. So it was nice to be able to incorporate that into something I'd done for once.
Yeah, we had a really good group. Everybody had a lot of. We kind of got excited about the idea really quickly, and we kept going with it. And as time, as the deadline came closer, we kind of adjusted things really quickly, but it turned out way better. So it's good.
It was nice to hear the chatter all around and have us all work at one desk collectively, because that's something I never thought I would like, but it's nice to have a bit of company because it makes the day pass quicker.
Yeah.
Yeah. So spread the love and then go get a drink. That's brilliant.
Smash it.